I'm 47 years old. I've been married for a long time. My husband is a good man, hardworking, responsible. He leaves early, comes back late, almost always tired. Our daily routine, just like everyone else's. Quick breakfast, a kiss on the cheek, the door closing, and me, I stayed home alone. Every day. The same things, the same silence, the same question I never said out loud but always thought. Is this it? I didn't lack anything materially. Comfortable house, stability, a life that from the outside looked good. But inside I was fading. No one ever explains how quietly boredom can settle into a relationship. At first, it doesn't hurt. It just turns you off, makes you invisible, even to yourself. At first, I tried to justify it. I told myself it was just a phase, that it was normal, that at this age things naturally slow down. But that calm started to feel like abandonment. My husband would come home, we'd have dinner together, talk about the same things, bills, errands, plans that never materialized. Then each of us with our own screen. He'd fall asleep quickly, I stayed awake, staring at the ceiling, feeling unwanted, unseen. And one day, during one of those uncomfortable silences, an idea came to me that changed everything. It wasn't a decision. It wasn't, I'm going to cheat. It was much simpler and much more dangerous. I thought, I'll download a dating app, just out of curiosity, to see what it's like, to feel a little less bored. That's all. And that's how it started, with an innocent excuse. I downloaded Tinder, sitting on the couch, the TV on in the background, not really paying attention. I told myself I wasn't doing anything wrong. I wasn't going to meet anyone. I wasn't going to be unfaithful. I just wanted to look, see if I could still attract someone, see if I could still feel something as a woman. Creating the profile felt almost like a game. I picked photos where I looked good, but not over the top. A calm smile, good lighting, nothing vulgar. When I finished, I hesitated a few seconds before activating the account. Then I did. Not even 10 minutes had passed. The notifications started pouring in. Messages, likes, matches. Handsome men, smiling, confident. And then I noticed something that made me laugh at first and think later. Many of them were young, very young, early 20s, 30 at most. That's when I felt something strange, a mix of surprise and pride. Me, at 47, catching the attention of much younger men. I told myself it was just curiosity, that they liked older women, that it didn't mean anything. Until he appeared. He was 25. His profile was simple, a carefree smile, direct gaze, no forced lines. We matched almost immediately, and the message he sent me was so natural it completely disarmed me. Hi, you seem interesting. How are you? Nothing explicit, nothing vulgar, just real interest. I replied. At first, it was a calm conversation, normal questions, work, hobbies, music. I didn't lie about my age, he knew. And not only did he not back off, he seemed even more interested. He told me he liked my confidence, the way I expressed myself, that it was clear I knew who I was. That hit me right in the ego, because no one had spoken to me like that in years. Every message from him made me smile. I found myself waiting for his responses, checking my phone more than I was willing to admit. I started to dress up a little more even at home, as if someone were watching, even if they weren't. And that's when the thought came, a thought that marked a before and after. I started imagining. Not the act, not yet. First, it was the idea of being desired by someone, then the fantasy of a date, of being liked by someone who didn't know me, of feeling like a woman again. I thought about my husband and didn't feel guilty. I felt distant, as if we were no longer in a relationship. He was in his world of schedules and fatigue. I was discovering a version of myself I had forgotten. Every night when my husband fell asleep, I kept talking to him, Messages, laughter, soft confessions. He told me he felt comfortable with me. I told him he made me feel special. And the worst part, it was true. He didn't say he wanted to sleep with me. He didn't pressure me. That made it even more dangerous. He made me feel chosen, not used. And one night, as I was turning off my phone, I realized something that scared me and didn't stop me. I wasn't just looking anymore. It wasn't just curiosity. I was seriously thinking about cheating on my husband, and for the first time in many years, the thought didn't frighten me. He asked me to go to a nightclub on a Friday night, as if it were the most normal thing in the world. I honestly told him that I hadn't been to one in years, truly years. I told him I wasn't part of that scene anymore, that I was out of practice, that I probably wouldn't fit in. He laughed and said that was exactly why he wanted to take me, that not everything had to be routine. That phrase stayed in my mind all day. To not feel so exposed, I decided to invite my friends. I told them I needed to go out, to clear my head, to feel a little alive again. I didn't tell them the whole truth. I didn't say I was meeting a 25-year-old guy I had met on an app. I only said I wanted to dance, laugh, and forget everything for one night. I got ready a bit more than usual, not excessively, but with intention. I looked at myself in the mirror and was surprised. I didn't see a faded woman. I saw someone confident, sexy. My friends noticed as soon as they saw me. "You look different," they said, and I smiled, knowing they were right. When we arrived at the nightclub, the noise, lights, and music hit me all at once. For a second, I thought I had made a mistake. I felt out of place. But then I saw him. He was leaning near the bar, smiling, relaxed. When our eyes met, his expression changed. He looked at me like I was exactly the woman he had been waiting to see. He approached naturally, greeted my friends with respect, and kissed me on the cheek. A simple gesture, but full of intention. And then something happened that I hadn't expected. He didn't act like a young guy. He wasn't clumsy. He wasn't pushy. He was attentive, asked if I was comfortable, if I wanted a drink, if I liked the music. We danced, but he never invaded my space. He made me laugh. He listened. He looked me in the eyes when we talked, even with all the noise around us. I felt all the eyes on us, and it didn't bother me. On the contrary, I felt proud to be there with him. Young, yes, but polite, confident, present. More present than my husband had been in a long time. My friends noticed. They made comments, smiled knowingly. I pretended to act normal, but inside I was completely undone. Every gesture from him confirmed something I didn't want to accept yet. I was enjoying him far too much. The night went by quickly, too quickly. When we left the club, the cold air brought a bit of clarity. My friends took a taxi home. Me and him were alone. He asked if I wanted to go to his apartment for a drink. He didn't say it with double meaning. It wasn't necessary. I looked at him for a few seconds. I thought of my husband, of the house, the routine, the woman I had always been. And I also thought of the woman I was becoming that night. I said yes. The walk to his apartment was silent, but relaxing. No awkward nerves, just anticipation, a pleasant tension. When we got inside, everything felt natural. We talked a little more, and then sat down. I won't go into details because it's unnecessary. I'll just say this. I cheated. Consciously. No alcohol involved. No excuses. I deceived my husband, and it wasn't like I had imagined it for years. I felt no guilt, no regret. When I left in the early morning, I walked to my car with my head full of thoughts. I didn't feel a victim, not a heroine either. I felt awake. I felt like a woman. My husband never suspected a thing. I went home as usual. The routine continued. But I was no longer the same. I kept talking to him, seeing him, getting to know him more, and the more I did,
the clearer everything became. I wanted something new. Not a hidden affair, not a double life. I wanted a choice. I wanted to decide. And for the first time in a long time, I didn't care about the age difference. I didn't care about other people's eyes. I didn't care about opinions. What mattered was how I felt. And today, as I write this, I'm seriously thinking about ending my marriage. Not for him, not just for him, but for me. Because I realized the real betrayal wasn't only toward my husband, it was toward myself for years. And I no longer want to keep doing that.